Hello, I'm Dynast Amir.
So I reached out to another friend of mine. I said, look, I need to go on vacation somewhere. Where should I go? He said, go to Africa. And not only am I going to go, I'm going to explore a new country. So I went to Tanzania, South Africa, Namibia, Mali, Senegal, Morocco, Liberia, Namibia, Kenya, the Voodoo Festival in Ouida, Gambia, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire. Sierra Leone, Ghana, Nigeria. It's been a beautiful experience, just learning more about our culture, our indigenous culture. So Uhuru means freedom in Swahili. I'm in search of my roots. In finding that, I would experience my Uhuru, which is freedom.
Till next time, Dynast Amir, I'm out.
Peace, family. I hope all is well. I hope you guys are enjoying your hump day, your Wednesday. Hope you're enjoying your Wednesday. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Well, I shouldn't really have to ask for the favor. You guys should just hit the like button. As you come to the chat room, hit that like button. Make sure you also share and make sure you subscribe as well to the content if you're new. And guys, if you are watching this, share the content. Share with your aunties, your cousins, your nieces, brothers, sisters. Share the content. I will greatly appreciate it. It really means a lot. If you have been living under a rock or if you are a new subscriber, please go to searchforuhuru.com. Again, please go to searchforuhuru.com and buy the documentary. Go and buy the documentary In Search of Uhuru. I know you guys will love the documentary. Also, no one has a unique story like mine. And this is also going to motivate you and pump you up and excite you to go to the continent of Africa and travel. So go to searchforuhuru.com and buy the documentary. And then last but not least, wrong button. Almost went the wrong button. Tours. All right. Tours. Listen, if you are ready to make that jump, and actually go and visit the continent of Africa. All right. Again, if you are ready to go and visit the continent of Africa, if you are watching this, we will love to take you and help you explore, find your roots, have a good time, eat some good food. So we're going to Sierra Leone next month. And, all my guests who are coming, we're going to have some awesome lobster. We're going to have some awesome lobster. So we would love for you guys to come and join us and eat some good lobster and enjoy the people. And this is Sierra Leone right here. Hold on, let me blow this up. Let me enlarge this. This is Sierra Leone right here. This is where we're going next month, April 19th through the 30th. And citizenship is available to those who qualify. Again, citizenship is available to those who qualify. So come and join us. Come and join us. Shout out to Juanita, who's in the chat room. Shout out to everybody who's in the chat room. Love seeing you guys. Love seeing you all. Shout out to everybody who is here and who's live and who's in the chat room. But again, make sure you go to DANFO, DANFO.Africa. So we're going to Sierra Leone in April. We're going to Senegal in May for the Jazz Festival. So we got 3 spots left for the Jazz Festival. We have 6 spots left for Sierra Leone. Then in August, we're going to Nigeria for the Oshun Festival. Again, in August, we're going to Nigeria for the Oshun Festival. So come and join us on all these awesome trips. Then we're going to Zanzibar. We are going to Zanzibar in November. So again, we would love to have you guys come and join us. Let's jump into today's topic. BET, Black Entertainment Television, which is turned into Black Dysfunction Entertainment Television. Tyler Perry and Bryon Allen, 2 Black media moguls, are considering buying the station. Is it worth being salvaged, you guys? I remember back in the day, you go on BET. I used to wake up. I used to watch Teen Summit. You had BET News. Don't get me wrong. You had some ratchet stuff on there. You had Midnight Love. I don't know if y'all remember Midnight Love. See, I'm telling my age now. You had Rap City, with Tiger. BET was off the chain. And then BET just got, of course, was it Bob Johnson? Robert Johnson. Yeah. So BET to Viacom. And it just got ratchet and hood and dysfunctional. And, the BET Wars, just ghetto. Might as well be the Source Awards. Probably worse than the Source Awards. So is BET worth salvaging and saving? That's the question. So read the article. Tyler Perry in talks to buy majority stake in BET. Is Paramount Global explore sale? Bryon Allen also pursuing network. Okay. Oh, let's listen to the article. This is a cool little feature. Let's listen to the article.
Tyler Perry in talks to buy majority stake in BET as Paramount Global explores sale. Bryon Allen also pursuing network. By Jennifer Moss. Media moguls Tyler Perry and Bryon Allen are vying to purchase a majority stake of BET Media Group amid reports that owner Paramount Global is exploring a sale of the asset. Variety has confirmed that Perry is in talks to acquire the network, while a spokesperson for Allen stated that the Allen Media Group founder is also interested in buying BET, and he will be pursuing the acquisition of the network. Perry currently owns a minority stake in the operation run by CEO Scott Mills, which includes cablers BET and VH1, and also produces a large portion of the programming available on BET and streamer BET+, which he helped launch in 2019.
Just a quick word from our sponsor.
Don't take chances. If a drug didn't come from a pharmacy directly to you, you can test for fentanyl by using a simple strip you can pick up at your local pharmacy. Don't take it until you test it, because fentanyl can be hiding anywhere.
Also among BET's divisions is production company BET Studios, which counts Kenya Barris, Rashida Jones, and Aaron Risan Thomas as minority stakeholders. Perry and BET have a long history, as the network helped fund his first feature, 2005's Diary of a Mad Black Woman. In 2017, Perry endeavored on a long-term film deal with Paramount, with a TV deal that began in May 2020. The partnership has been a lucrative and successful endeavor for Perry, Paramount Global President and CEO Bob Bakish, and BET's Mills. In addition to selections from his film library, among Perry's TV projects currently available on BET and BET Plus are House of Pain, Sisters, The Oval, Ruthless, Zadama, and Assisted Living. On Monday afternoon, a spokesperson for Allen is also in the mix. In 2022, Allen acquired the Black News Channel for $11 million, which joins the Weather Channel along with digital outlets such as Local Now, HBCU Go, and The Griot. Allen Media Group has also invested over $1 billion in the last 3 years to acquire 27 ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox affiliates. According to the Wall Street Journal, which was first to report Paramount Global is interested in selling off BET in an article published Monday, the decision to consider selling a majority stake of the assets, which cater primarily to Black audiences, is part of the entertainment giant's effort to shore up resources to bolster its flagship Paramount Plus streaming service and its advertiser-supported free streaming platform Pluto TV, some of the people said. Earlier this year, Paramount announced it would be rebranding both Showtime's linear and streaming platforms as Paramount Plus with Showtime, folding the iconic brand into its priority streamer Paramount Plus. The move has already led to significant leadership changes and layoffs across the company. Representatives for Paramount Global and Perry did not immediately respond to requests for comment. VIP Plus Data inside Hollywood's recent money moves.
Just a quick word from our sponsor.
All right, so what y'all think? Should they buy BET? Or should they just let BET die? I personally think that BET is not salvageable. And, you know, I don't see any positivity being put. Because, you know, Black positivity doesn't sell like Black dysfunction. Black dysfunction is profitable. That's $100 billion business. Being Black and positive isn't. So, you know, what's the point of buying BET if you're just going to pump out more dysfunctional, ignorant content? But anyways, guys, listen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. I'm going to put the link in the chat room. Again, I'm going to put the link in the chat room. Excuse me.
Love this brand because first off, the products are quality. I have amazing hydration. You guys can see the shine. You guys can see the definition.
Learn the ins and outs of IT and launch your IT career in just a matter of weeks with the help of Lifting the Veil IT Academy.
I took Lifting the Veil Academy with some. Took a while, but I'm here. I made it. I'm now an SSRS developer. I started on the 13th, making a rate of $48 an hour.
Sign up for a free consultation and see where this industry could take you.
To learn more, go to www.ltvacademy.com. That's www.ltvacademy.com.
Alexis here, coming to you with an awesome sale of 25% off when you use promo code UHURU25 at alexisfowler.com. I provide services like digital art, logo designs, packaging designs, web designs, social media flyers, and much more. If you're an entrepreneur with a business or a startup company, make sure you take advantage of this opportunity, getting 25% off when you use promo code UHURU25 at alexisfowler.com.
All right, everyone, we are back. Go ahead and call in. Link is in the chat room. Again, if you want to call in and add to the conversation, link is in the chat room. Again, if you want to call in and add to the conversation, link is in the chat room. We don't really watch TV anymore, and in a couple of years, TV will be dead. I've already cut my what was it? A few years back, the trend was cut the cord or cut the cable. Yeah, cut the cable. I haven't had cable. Hell, I have not had paid for cable since last time I probably paid for cable was 2007 or 8. It's the last time I had an actual cable bill. I've been cut the cord or the cable, whatever it's called. I've been done that. But yeah, 2007, 2008 was the last time I've actually paid for cable. So it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I don't know anyone that really watches TV like that. Peace of the chat, salute, Dinah, salute to you too. Guys, once again, link is in the chat room if you're gonna call in and add to the conversation. Please click on the link again if you're gonna call in and add to the conversation. Please click on the link and you can call in. That's damn, I ain't graduated high school yet. Yeah, 2008. 2008 is the last time I had an actual cable bill. It's 2008 when I was living here in Atlanta. Yeah, 2008. But yeah, once you find out how you can watch everything online, there's really no point in paying for cable. I wonder if one day if there'll be a way where you get internet. You know, some way you could like stream internet without having like an actual physical internet modem. I wouldn't be surprised if that's coming soon. That might be that might be coming down the pipeline. But again, links in the chat room. This is outside of my pay grade. Should Bryon Allen or Tyler Perry buy? Somebody say he can do it now. Well, call in and put me on. How can he do it? How can you get free, fast home internet? How do you get free, fast home internet? Please call in and put me on. Again, please call in and put me on how you can get free, fast. Oh, you didn't say free. Okay, well, I'm talking about, yeah, because I know now how to watch everything I want to online. No problem. In 4K. Yeah, nothing is free. Exactly. Or come on and tell me how I can get fast cable without having a modem. Fast home internet without having a modem. That's fast, that's reliable, and that's safe. Where I won't get hacked. Is BET worth $3 million? That's another question. I'm sorry, $3 billion. Is BET worth $3 billion? Okay, I'll send you a couple sites. Yeah, everything's streamed. So I'll watch, like all my college football games, I just watch online. Yeah, I think so. Lots of intellectual property. Like what? Because all the tight stuff, they're not going to bring back. I think they tried to bring back Rap City at one time. At one time, they tried to bring back Rap City, but I don't think it did too well. I used to love Rap City. Rap City and Yo MTV Raps. Guys, is Rap City back? I used to watch Rap City, Yo MTV Raps. With Big Les. Let's see, on October 1st, 2008, BET officially canceled Rap City. See, that's when music started to become. That's when hip hop started to become shit. Its last airing was Saturday, November 8th, 2008, and was replaced by now canceled The Deal. The hell? The Deal. Yeah, how are you gonna cancel Rap City for The Deal? That don't even make no sense. 106 in Park. 106 in Park used to be cracking. All gone. Brandon, come on here and freestyle for us. Come on here and freestyle for us, Brandon. So 106 in Park, Rap City. I used to watch BET News. I like BET News. Video Soul. You have Video Soul. Look how they destroyed BET. I mean, just think about how they destroyed BET. All the good content we had on BET. Video Soul, Midnight Love, Rap City, 106 in Park, Teen Summit, BET News. All gone. Comic View, Video Soul. Keisha Matthews. Hello, Prince Amir. I missed you. Okay, I miss you too. I miss you too. Brandon was the DJ at Hidden Lounge last night. What's Hidden Lounge? The Box. I used to run up my grandma's phone bill calling and requesting videos on The Box. I remember that. Excuse me. Definitely remember The Box. Paolo, you sound messed up. Nah, it's messed up, man. You got that. You talking on the Obama phone. No, we can't. I can't hear you at all. It's not. Okay. College Hills off the chain. College Hills off the chain. Let's get Colin back on here. Love to hear Colin's insight. There we go. Go ahead.
Is it better? Is it better?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, what's up, Dynast? What's up, everybody? Search for Uhuru panel and everybody. BET has been always controversial, right? Like, I struggled with BET back in the days, you know? BET was like one of those things where I just felt like there was always them withholding, right? It could have been at a critical time in our history, right? I remember when the Rodney King riots happened and everything like that. We needed a news outlet that was going to compete with CNN and stuff like that, you know? And we was going to counterbalance. Because like I said, our voice wanted to be heard, right? We had Tupac who was interviewed on there. They gave us this, that, and the other thing, MTV, whatever. But we wanted that one place where, man, that we didn't have to compromise. And then BET, in a way, kind of let us down. Why? Why do you say this? So, Colin, why do you say this? Look, if we're in the heat of like a black revolution, why the hell are we watching 90% of BET is freaking music videos and stupid stuff, you know? You know, and we want black people always crave for real news. We look, to this day, we do not have a real black channel that says this is the forum for Black America. where we got a diverse thought process and everything. We don't have that. We do not have that. And like I said, and so when people said BET got took over by Viacom, I wasn't really happy, sad. I mean, I remember I watched Teen Summit and everything. Even they took that away. Really, they watered that down. There was a lady called Bev Smith. She had the best show that ever existed. Bev Smith, you probably remember her on BET. They took her show down. And so BET kept taking off all the stuff, and all that was left in the end was these stupid rap videos and this stupid garbage hip hop and stuff. So by the time BET was bought, I'm like, we didn't really lose anything. Now, if Tyler Perry and Byron Allen, like I said, I know people who Tyler Perry lovers going to hate me and whatnot, but I don't have the confidence that Tyler Perry's going to turn everything around. Because what BET needs to be is a counterbalance. If he does it right and says and shows the real Black America, right, like we just basically forget the last 2 decades and saying, look, this is what we're going to showcase the real Black America, it could really transform everything we see right now, because most of the Black people think of Black America as ghetto, failure, and everything. If he could basically make BET a really thing and not be scared of white people, because white people don't for the most part, seeing any Black people controlling their own images, negative or positive. It always got to be controlled by white people for their consumption. But if we have a forum, a television station that spoke to us, our diversity, we got Black Muslims, we got Black nationalists, we got Black integrationists, and showed Black America in its diversity, then it'll be a win. But if not, if they're going to send the same stupid Medea, coon nonsense and everything, just to fucking get more white people. Because remember something, just as many white people watch BET than Black people. So they got to cater to a demographics. Demographics of white people don't want to hear what Search for Uhuru has to say, don't want to hear what Carl Jensen has to say, don't want to hear Pan-Africanism. They want to hear the same most stupid cluckery and tomfoolery. So that's what I'm put there.
So, Kyla, is it worth even acquiring, or should we just let it die?
Look, I would say, right, if then again, with Tyler Perry's track record, right, look at Tyler Perry, how he does. They said Tyler Perry has a thing. He has no people doing screenwriting for him or script. He does it all himself, right? Everything is he doesn't have any diversity in his things. All Tyler Perry. So what you'll see is the same thing if he acquires BET, a Tyler Perry-ish network. So just if it's Tyler Perry that's gonna take it over, let it die. But if somebody like Bill Cosby took it over, something like that, I can see it might have a chance. Or Ahmad Richard or somebody like that had the money, image a chance. But
so this could be remember, Bill Cosby was gonna buy NBC. That's why they railroaded him.
Yeah. Well, he did want NBC, but I think he put it out there, and like I said before, I don't think that's the reason why he was railroaded, but and stuff like that. But then again, there's a lot of people. Hear me out. There's a lot of people who don't like Bill Cosby for his family values. He doesn't do interracial marriage. He doesn't support the LGBTQ. So they really wanted him out of the way. So therefore, it was just a marriage of convenience. We got this dirt on him. Let's get rid of him, right? Because we don't want him out there. Even didn't take a thing. They had to get rid of Cosby because of what he stood for, his image, what he stood for, America's dad, family, everything. That was the last holdout. You notice all the crime and stuff like that you see going on in Black America right now happened after the demise of Cosby. You take out Bill Cosby right now, and that one segment that says Black America is decent and everything is gone. We have nothing left. So, it's like that. It would not be a nice place if we had all the positive stuff on. Robert Townsend wanted to do a Black Family Channel. He tried to do that years ago. All the positive things about Black America and some gangster stuff here, but keep it in balance. If that was housed in BET, and I knew the people were going to do right by Black America and basically stop shutting up Pan-Africanism and stuff like that, and stuff like that. Well, let's say BET makes a branch off in Nigeria, Ghana, and South Africa, and Kenya, and stuff like that, and become part of a Pan-African extended experience. It can be since that's not going to happen, right? Right, and whatever. Yeah, you're right. Just let it die, because it could be more dangerous in the hands of the wrong people, you know.
All right,
So,
go ahead, Alan.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
uh,
Basically, we've already seen what BT looks like under Tyler Perry. It's called BT Plus. He's pretty much
right.
run BT Plus, and you're seeing the type of programming that he has on there already. And he's got a show, like I said, somebody I'm talking to showed me a show on there where he has the president married to a black woman whose vice president is gay and screwing somebody in the Secret
Oh
Service
yeah,
and doing it's crazy. It's wild stuff. But black women specifically love that type of programming, and so he's going to be successful because I've given up a long time ago speaking out against Tyler Perry because what I realized a long time ago was that the movies that Tyler Perry did that I like were not very popular and other people didn't like. The stuff that I hate, like Medea and all that stuff like that, black folks love and will watch in droves. So if he takes over BET with the help of Byron Allen, it will be successful. It's just not something I would watch.
exactly. Black America will be finished. But Black America, you could just put the nail on the coffin of Black America. The Black America of Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier and all the great people that came before us will be dead forever. And this stuff continues.
Bucci Badass, pause. Go ahead.
Oh Lord, Brandon.
Hey,
Hold on.
you
Bucci
muted.
Badass, pause. Go ahead.
Yeah, you muted my mic.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, BT is done. It's a relic of the past. Let's be real. When they say buy it, they're just gonna be the black face of it, but it'll still be white owned. And ultimately, any negative gripe that people have with BET, they should take up with their own community because a television station plays what it plays is based on people's willingness to watch it, right? So you love 106 in Park. We all love this and that. Oh, BET Soul. Some people like BET After Dark, right? The freaky stuff. But ultimately, that was no longer gaining the views of black people. We were watching something else. And so they had to change their offering, based on what people want to watch. And look at what black people are currently watching now. Reality TV shows, right? P Valley, all this garbage. I mean, we like that stuff.
Brandon, I disagree. I think people you could put shit on in a crust on whipped cream and you tell people it's good, they'll eat it.
No, that's not true because look at MTV. Even MTV had to change their format based on what people wanted to watch. People kind of fell out of love with the videos. Then YouTube came. People start just producing their own videos, putting them on YouTube versus trying to pay BET to play their videos and stuff like that. It's outdated technology. Nobody watches TV. Nobody really watches cable except for old people. The only thing that drags young people to cable is
I'm old.
Sports. Well, no, you're not old like that. I'm talking about like 75-year-old people who really don't know how to work the internet. You on here so you can sign into Netflix. My grandma wouldn't know Netflix from her asshole. She go, what is this? How do you work that? But the thing is, it's just outdated technology. And so the only thing BET could probably do that would be lucrative is like a streaming service of some sort. And then you have to just ask, what would you even put on there? It's a money game. And the guys who are at the top, they're dominating the game. And then these guys buy it. They make it lucrative. Let's be real. They buy it. They make it lucrative, and they're just going to sell it again. That's what these guys do. They don't care about, building nothing for the culture. They buy it. They get us back watching it, and then the valuation goes up, and they sell it. So let that stuff die. Black independent media content is what's awesome. Dynast, you need to be at the Pan-African Film Festival every year. We just had one. Could somebody mute their mic? There's somebody driving or something. But the Pan-African Film Festival is back in effect. Is shut down during COVID. 150 movies by black directors, black actors. The lady who wrote and the brother who directed the new movie coming out, Chevalier, about the French dude who played the violin. They screened that there. You know what I'm saying? Vivica Fox, drunk ass, was up there. I think Angela Bassett slid through, and these people, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have our own media now. We don't. BET is white-owned media. I don't care if Bob Johnson technically owned it. It was white-owned media, broadcast across white-owned airways, and we, in the little stake we had in it, we sold that off. It's just time to use the internet for what it's worth, Dynasty. And as a person who always talk about cryptocurrency and technology, you should be cursing BET in the name of doing something better that's more independent based on, you know, our full utilization of the internet to bring, you know, black offerings, black artistic offerings to our people exclusively. Let's go out to Nollywood. Every penny that they're going to waste on BET should be invested into Nollywood, the South African film industry, even the one over there, Tyler Perry's thing. Tyler Perry, if he buys it, he's just buying it because he's going to play on black people's ignorance, but he'll eventually sell it, just like Jay-Z. Oh, Jay-Z bought Tidal, then he sold it. You signed up, you made it lucrative, and then he sold it. We know this game already, guys.
Yeah, Brandon, I mean, everything you're saying is correct, but my point is that BT, they've already gone streaming with BT Plus, and it's kind of saved the network. And so that's the reason why they're thinking about letting Tyler Perry go ahead and be the face of the network going forward, because his garbage programming is what's currently saving BT on the internet.
But if it saved the network, why would they be selling it or even interested? They could just keep on. They could just give Tyler Perry a production deal. Hey, make stuff for us. Here goes some millions. They're trying to unload that, and the way these black people work is they're like, look, sell it to me for a cheap price, and they buy it at a deal because they think their fame and notoriety could reinvigorate it. Then they sell it off to somebody else.
Okay.
Who owns Death Row? Remember, Death Row was bought in a package deal by some trillionaire dudes who didn't give a damn. It was just on the shelf. They just bought it as a part of another deal, right? And that's where BET is headed, because these white people don't know how to market to black people without being offensive or called racist, right? The world is woke now. BET's not going to work the way it used to. The shit you could put on BET back in the day, you can't put that on BET. No, you can't put that on TV no more. This stuff is all just for naught. Just, we need to be focused on building in America and building in Africa, building that bridge between America and Africa, and taking our money over there and doing like Bollywood does. Like, yo, y'all want some of our stuff? Come over here. What we need to do is work on building up that Pan-African film festival. Don't you agree, Dynast? That thing was lit. It was lit before COVID. Did you ever go to it?
What is it? This summer?
No, it already happened in February. It was 2 weeks, Dynast. 2 weeks. And you know they always take over the Magic Johnson, the old Magic Johnson Theater right there.
I know exactly where was that, right behind the mall.
Bro,
is the mall still there?
Yeah, it's still there. And you know they have the festival where all the Africans and African Americans come, and they let them set up booths inside the mall.
Inside the mall, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was cracking. It was a big deal. It came back after COVID, and there was 150 movies, Dynast. And now they've started their streaming service, Dynast. You can go on there now, because remember before you would watch the movies and then you'd be like searching the internet trying to find a way to watch them. Right. Now they have streaming. You pay for $8 or something like that, or you pay per movie, and you can go watch everything that is that was shown at the film festival. We got stuff that's taken off next level, that's grassroots. We need to leave this corporate shit alone until we turn this stuff into corporate stuff, like real talk. So let's do it. Like, put that link up for the Pan-African Film Festival website. BET was good while it lasted. You feel me? I didn't like 106 Apart because they only played part of the videos. I like The Basement, you know what I'm saying? Freestyle Fridays was cool, you know. But that stuff is just a relic of the past, and we need to leave it where it's at, man. Let the dead bones lie in the grave.
I agree. But my point is that the image of black people is going to take a severe tank once once Tyler Perry takes over this, because
Yeah,
as you
it
said,
already has. I mean, it already has.
yes. If you watch BT Plus, it has. What I'm saying is you're going to see the stuff that's the crap that's on BT Plus is going to make the bigger airways and be on BT Plus. It's going to be all Tyler Perry all the time, and that's not going to be a good look for anybody.
Look at Yamoja Dantar. She said, Pan African Film Festival was fabulous this year. Dynast, I'm gonna do something, man. We should do it together. Let's organize for people to come through to Pan African Film Festival, man. I mean, they could get their own rooms and stuff, but
we could do it at the Hidden History Museum.
hey, F it, go through the back door. I got my eye on that Michael Jackson joint.
I mean, Brandon, the museum is already pretty much a Pan African museum with all the Pan Africans that are recognized and honored in the museum. So we could do it there.
We could make it part of the tour. Take them past the shut down, abandoned Hidden History Museum. But the crazy thing was, all this hype was surrounding the Hidden History Museum grand opening, right? But they had a whole festival, a whole film festival. You got somebody trying to force you to pay him $300 to watch some stuff you didn't already watched, and then some new stuff that's ridiculous. You could have saw 150 movies over a 2-week period. That's major moves, not the bull crap that's based on we need our own. Man, Black Americans started the Pan African Film Festival. That is our own. You know what I'm saying? And it's preaching unity. You know what I'm saying? I went in there. The Africans was out there handing out flyers and stuff, and they released the same week as Ant-Man. Had more theaters than Ant-Man. Ant-Man only had like 2 theaters. And it's a real professional, nice movie theater that's big and popcorn and all that stuff. And even some of the workers was like, yo, I checked out a couple of the movies. They were really good. Man, I still remember the movie Lucky Specials that I saw when I went 2 years back. They had a documentary on the life of Errol Barrow, the guy who was the president of the Bahamas.
Prime Minister of Barbados.
Prime Minister, I'm sorry. Guys, listen, I don't know what the Tethers is doing in their government, but I'm just trying to share it with you. No, I'm just joking. That was a joke.
Great film.
But, no, it was a great Prime Minister of Barbados. I'm sorry, I don't know. But the guy looked just like Tariq Nasheed, low ball. He really do look like Tariq, like he could be his dad. But that was an amazing documentary. You feel me? Like, I remember that year, I went and saw everything. Me and wifey was at the theater for like 5 days straight. She was burnt out. Like, we ain't going to that movie theater today. I just went by myself. I said, who is we then? I'm going again. And it's awesome. It's like you're immersed in like black art. I felt like I didn't need to watch another movie for the rest of the year after that. But we'll go to the Cannes Film Festival, Dynast. Let the white folks invite us to the Toronto Film Festivals to sit outside in the cold. We be right up in there with a jacket on, feeling happy that we was able to be involved. We got our own thing that's bigger and better quality. Y'all about to go pay the white man $20 to go see Chevalier play the violin. Could have went and saw it for like $8 at the film festival.
Guys, hit the like button again. Please hit the like button. The link is in the chat room. I'll put the link in the chat room. And maybe at the next festival, I'll enter in Search of Uhuru and see if they'll play it.
No, you can just go to their website. They don't discriminate. They tell you exactly how to submit your stuff, and you'll probably get on. I think everyone gets accepted, man. I think it's like, but or not. Maybe they get thousands of entries, but man, those movies were so good. Like there's one I still need to watch. It's called like Sandfish or something like that. I wanna see that. It's, man, we doing it big out here, but we got these we got this tunnel vision for the BS, right? And it's kind of like there's black people who just say, you know what, I'm out here, I'm doing my thing, I'm submitting this stuff to you guys.
But what we have to contend with is that Black Americans simply have acquired a taste for bullshit at this point. And so that's what keeps people like Tyler Perry alive. It keeps him relevant to the corporations. And so they always tap on him and hire him to do something new. So I think you're right. I don't think he'll ever really own it. I think he's really going to be working with somebody else and will be the face of it, and pretty much curate all the content, which, Lord have mercy if he does that.
But does it really matter if Byron Allen owns it? I mean, is he going to change anything? Have y'all seen his website, the Griot? It's just nothing but it's like black liberal nonsense. You might as well put like a white person over it. Byron Allen and Tyler Perry ain't going to change nothing. If not, it's going to get even more ratcheter or anything. They're not going to put up some pro-black imagery for black people to consume. It's going to be BS. So regardless if they have a white partner or not, I don't trust these guys to buy it and change it for the better, because just look at their past work speaks for itself.
Hey, shout out real quick to my boy Mike Strong. He actually had a movie that was screened at the Pan African Film Festival. He's an actor. We went to college together. He has a movie. It's actually showing right now on the Pan African Film Festival website. It's called Men Don't Cheat, and I actually was able to call that dude. I woke his ass up the day it got released, because we go way back, and he was, man, it's, we family, so it's all love, But guys, it's people. My boy Percy Daggs, he was in a film out there called Fracture, or I gotta get the name of it, but that brother Percy Daggs is this dude. If you ever watched the show Veronica Mars, he was the guy who was like her little black sidekick. The white girl had a little black dude who was like her sidekick. That's Percy Daggs. He's been in the game for a long time. We went to a college called Golden West together, a junior college. He is a leading man in the film. So I mean, like, guys, like, I get that. Ooh, Byron Allen, but it's time to see some, like, people we know. It's time to create a lane where we could insert our people into. Like, I got friends. I mean, these people then came to my house and broke bread and sat at my table. I mean, we done been in the field together. You feel me? And it's like they're now they are seeing new opportunities because they're tapping into the Pan African resources. The lady who played you remember Friday the Friday After Next Dynast, the fine ass one who was Cat Williams' girlfriend or whatever.
With she had the light brown eyes, right?
Yeah, Kate something, the real Kate something. Kate Dalbert. I think that chick was in a film in the Pan African Film Festival, and she kind of fell off the face of the earth, bro. But she didn't. She was in Nigeria for like 10 years doing Nollywood. She said she got tired of being cast, because I guess she's classically trained, and she got tired of being cast as like the ditzy thought, because that's what they kept trying to make her as, because she was so pretty and she was fine, soul plane and shit, Like, we gotta expect better now, Byron Allen's an idiot. He just goes with whatever the temperature is of the liberal machine. So the same with Tyler Perry. And we can't be like, yo, we don't like that, but still keep on supporting these dudes who are a product of that and are also like totally okay with perpetuating it.
Exactly. And their content is centered towards women. If you look at the Griot, it's mostly about black women relationships. Black men are toxic and masculine. When you look at Tyler Perry's works, most of his works is geared towards women. And I would say, if you look at the majority of our mainstream black Hollywood entertainers, how come they make the majority of this stuff geared towards black women? Do y'all have an answer for that?
Black women watch a lot of television. That's it. They watch a lot of television. They drive it. That's the reason why they have a BET Her channel. They have
whoa. BET Her.
There is a BET Her.
Yeah, they got a BET Her.
Oh,
yeah.
A whole channel dedicated to black women, BET Her, and then Black Girls Rock and all of this stuff. It's a matriarchy over there. And Tyler Perry would continue that. That's just what it is.
And one thing I had to bring it up in, and like, I apologize, this may be a little off topic, but I heard Brandon on debating Tariq Nasheed, and the only thing I got to say is that was I wouldn't have went on that panel, because it did kind of make FBA look bad, because I was listening to their talking points against you, and the majority of the time they was talking about the size of your butt. And I'm just like, what men get on here talking about another man's ass and jiggling?
It is magnificent.
So childishly immature, man. I was like, it just made us look bad. It's like, yo, like we can formulate arguments as FBA, but if this is that childish shit, it just makes us look bad. So yeah, man. All I'm gonna say is you held your own, but I thought that was a waste of time because they weren't there for a serious conversation. They was looking at your ass.
They want to check out. They're infatuated with my anatomy, dude. I'm really their king.
Well, talking to them is a waste of time because they don't. No matter what you say, no matter how many facts you bring, they're going to go ahead and just say something silly or something like that in the first place. They don't care. It's like Tariq has built such a cult of personality that no matter what he says, these people will go ahead and follow it. It doesn't have to even make sense.
Bro, there was one woman trying to like do a Me Too, like, oh my God, he was harassing me. And I was seriously scared. I'm like, man, y'all don't hung around too many Democrats. You
that was Connie.
One girl who was like, she was acting like her life was seriously threatened.
Yeah, Connie was pretending she was threatened. Yeah.
Look, and then 5 minutes later, when I got off the panel talking about she would have whooped my ass and all this stuff, like she's funny. But yeah, there's a special place in hell for those people who are FBA. But the thing is, like, I'm just saying we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We have things out here already. It's like we do have this desire to resurrect dead things. It's like, nah, we can make something bigger and better than ever. And I just think the Pan-African Film Festival is at the head of the pack. I mean, you want to go see some real movies? Shit. There was nothing Lifetime quality at Pan-African Film Festival. Everything was way better than Lifetime, way better than some of these movies you see on these B-level movies. You know, it was these are professionals. And we need to reward them for their work instead of just like, they produce 150 great movies directed by black people. Yeah, but you know what? I want to go watch P-Valley. Because, right, like P-Valley might be the most viewed show in America by black people right now.
The thing is, I think a new entertainment black medium has to come about because I think P-Valley is, like I said, mostly watched by women. But there's not like any black TV series or any black superhero TV series where it features a black man who's confident, who's not some beta male. Like if y'all see like recent movies, anytime you see like a black character, he's either a nerd, gay, or just some lame ass beta male. Like he's not this assertive, dominant man. So I think if the Pan-African thing, like what you're saying, can produce unique black movies where black men are like not pussies, I think that may go a long way. I mean, this is why we like watching Game of Thrones.
It already has. Pan-African Film Festival has been around for a long time. It just shut down for 2 years for COVID. But Dynast, you've been to the Pan-African Film Festival. How did you feel about the movies?
I never actually been while I was living in LA. I never went to the festival. Now I went into the mall and saw the different exhibits that were up, but I never actually attended the festival.
Hey, it's cracking, and it's 2 weeks. Like you can, say you can't do it on a weekend. You could show up Monday through Friday for 2 weeks and go in there and watch the movies. Like they really show they show out over there. Like I was like, when I went to it, I was low key like, whoa, wait, black people got stuff like this. I mean, they all out there in their dashikis and everything, and they giving you flyers and, I'm in this movie. And the beauty of it, guys, is when you go to the film festival, the cast shows up. So after you watch the movie, you then the cast stands up in front of the theater. It's a regular movie theater, and they pass a mic around, and you can ask them questions. Like that movie I watched, Lucky Specials, it was just about like the dangers of like tuberculosis and like how, but they don't make it like, you can't, it's like you won't realize it's about tuberculosis, but it's just about how people in like third world countries, they'll be so fearful of the fact that like maybe they don't want to like get it, they're scared of like HIV, right? So when they get some symptoms like cough, this or that, they won't go to the doctor because they won't want to get a bad diagnosis of like HIV or something. So that a lot of times exacerbates like the lifespan of, exacerbates the problem because they thinking, damn, it's probably this, I'm scared. but it's really something else. And the dude thought, you know, he had HIV, but he really just had tuberculosis. But he let it get so bad that it almost killed him. And he was the lead singer of a band. Just watch it. It's real good. Like that, the plot alone, but it has like so many different angles and different films. I mean, there was one about a lady. She was a Muslim. She was married to a dude, but she fell in love with another dude who was a Muslim. And I guess Muslims could get divorced just by being like, yo, I divorce you, I divorce you, I divorce you. So, like, she was basically trying to get her husband to divorce her because divorces happen on the spot, basically. And so she was trying because she fell in love with this other guy. And I'm not going to tell you the end of the movie, but, man, the plot twist on that joint was amazing. It taught you about, like, Muslim culture within the inner city, you know, like traditional Muslim, not like NOI in the inner city. It was, like, so educational, but entertaining at the same time. Like, you learn about black people, like different avenues or different aspects of black culture that you might just have a vague understanding of, but not an in-depth understanding of. And they are communicating that and educating you through film, and it was so good.
Yeah, guys, go ahead and hit the like button again. Please hit the like button. I'll put the link in the chat room if you want to call in and after the conversation. We will love to have you join us. And
let me ask a question: Is Byron Allen and Tyler Perry having a hard time buying it? Like, are the sellers having a hard time selling to them?
Well, I just found out yesterday that they were interested in acquiring BET. But see, I don't know if they're going to come together and buy it, or it's whoever has the highest bid. I'm not sure. Or as they said, Tyler Perry was trying to buy a stake in BET, the majority stake. So I don't know how that's going to affect Bryon Allen. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's just interesting because if they do have a hard time buying it, it's going to be interesting because it's just crazy how we sell off our black-owned media, just like how BT was wholly owned by I forget the black man name who owned it.
Robert Johnson.
Yeah, and then he goes and sells it to a different race, and that I don't know why black people keep doing that shit. I'm sorry for cursing, man. Where we have our own media, we have our own businesses, and then some white man comes and buys it, and then now our culture is controlled by another group of people, and then it's hard to buy it back. So
Well,
I'm just interested to see if that's the case. If it's going to be hard.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. We were better off with Robert Johnson selling it because it was BT got better once he wasn't involved. All he wanted to do was make money and just put out videos and have low overhead. He wasn't even paying people to present the videos. He wanted to have an electronic person up there present videos, Miss Sita or whatever it was back in the day. He was not interested in putting out a quality product. When Viacom bought it, at least you had different shows, different things that were somewhat interesting for a period of time. So
didn't they have Black News and like I said, this was years.
Ed Gordon and Tavis Smiley used to come on.
Yeah, they had BT.
Okay, so that was when Viacom owned it.
No, that was when he owned
it.
But Robert Johnson got rid of that and then just started showing videos for years.
Okay.
Hey, Dynast, I pulled up the trailer for this movie. It won't get your thing blocked or nothing. But guys, this was in 2017 when I went and stayed the whole day, and it was bomb. And then 2019 COVID happened. But guys, this was the movie that it didn't win the award for the best film, but this is the quality.
Easy always used to say, when things are at their worst, they can only get better.
Everyone's talking about this Sunshine Music Festival, Umbuluzi, right on beachfront Mandla. Lucky specials, we should play.
I need you to keep the band together. Do not let Lucky Specials die.
How long are we gonna pretend that Praiz is coming back. The lucky specials are dead and buried.
Dude, we can get a new drummer, just like you said.
Guys, come on, I play the drums better than anyone.
We're going to beat this. So, what do we do now? Treatment.
Lucky specials are the business. People were leaving my lap.
If you don't pay me by the end of this month, that money will be my deposit to buy this place.
We're gonna lose this place, man. My uncle worked so hard to build it.
Eduardo was talking about 20,000 for 30-minute set, right?
Yeah, but that festival is happening this weekend.
The lucky specials are back.
But that was my favorite. That was my favorite movie. And like at the end, we got to meet all them dudes. That tall dude, that little lead singer dude. I remember he came with a fresh kente cloth on the lapels of the white like tuck. It was hard, but it was a great movie. It kind of reminded me of one of those type of like Temptation movies or like one of those type. But like it also taught you about tuberculosis. I guess he got it from being in that mine. He was a mine worker, and it got in his got in his lungs and gave him like TB or something like that. And it was very entertaining though. But the quality is good, right, Dinus? Like it was not like
it looks real good. It looks real good.
It wasn't grainy and ridiculous. It was like in the acting, they were talking in English. You know, it wasn't like subtitles with the lips going crazy and it doesn't match the words. Like that's a good movie. Like,
so let me ask you this: how would an FBA? Because I've never heard of that movie, and you know, living in America all my life, how would an FBA person even come across a movie like that? They're not promoted anywhere.
Right. Well, now because back then Pan African Film Festival didn't have their streaming set up. Now they do because people were like, "Yo, how do I find?" Because you know, people wanted to like show people those movies after they watched them, but they didn't have it. But I'm sure somewhere on the internet. Because it was a pretty big deal in the country that it was released in was Mozambique. That's where it was filmed at. So like, man, I mean, look at the movie.
No, it looks good. And on this panel, I would have never seen it, but I'm just like, are they doing advertising? Because, like I said, you already know FBA media ain't gonna touch them with the 10-foot pole. You know what I'm saying? You don't see Byron Allen reaching out to the Pan African Fest and try to come up with the deal. Hell no. So it's like, you know, are they advertising outwards?
Well, you know, when they go to the film festival, they're hoping that they get picked up, right, by like a streaming service or something, right? So that's pretty much the new wave. Go to the film festival, see if a streaming service will pick you up. I know it's somewhere out here, but maybe that's a business venture. Find all the movies from that film festival and put them on a streaming service. You know what I'm saying? Tariq know how to start a streaming service. That's what he should have did. But he's so busy trying to hate on Africans, he probably could have made some real money putting stuff like that up. Because all the movies are hella quality films. Super good quality.
Nah, man. Tariq is over here building museums and stuff. He's not worried. But yeah, it's just crazy to me because, like I said, it's like we talk about all this black unity. But in practice, it's not there. And I'm not talking about y'all. I'm just talking about the virtue signaling, the celebrities and everything. Always talking about black progress. But they never actually work with black people who's genuine and trying to present a better image of us. So it's interesting. Like, I see that video. I'm like, damn, like, why isn't that stuff being promoted? And another question I asked, can Africans be manipulated like FBA when it comes to movies? Like, will they be forced to add agendas like LGBT nonsense? Or you know what I'm saying? Making the men weak and the women strong.
That hasn't happened yet. Again, key word yet.
Do you? But let me ask you this: are some parts, like I said, I'm ignorant in this, but are some parts of Africa being westernized? Do you think they can?
Yeah, but they're still pushing back on the whole LGBTQ thing outside of South Africa. Like Uganda, somebody, the president was having like a conference, And a lady came and asked a question in regards to, the president meeting and speaking with the LGBTQ community in Uganda. And the president literally started laughing.
Shoot, man, I sure hope so, bro, because you know how we do in America, man. Like, let's say this stuff blows up, it's going to be some white people, especially white liberals with some money, seeing the potential and trying to infiltrate. And I'm just hoping Africans are solid enough in their cultural foundation where they can turn down the money.
Yeah. Africans just, at the end of the day, like we always say, the people are the ones who control everything, and African people in Africa, it doesn't seem like they're moving closer to accepting the LGBTQ agenda. And they know if they try to force it, you're gonna have people getting killed and everything else. So they just trying to the people are the ones who rule, and they decide what they want to do. You don't see a bunch of gay dudes running around Russia, do you? So if you stick to it and you don't let the money cloud your judgment, then whatever. It is what it is.
Right.
But yeah. So guys, I don't even know where you can watch that film, but I know right now Pan African Film Festival, they have their website. I'm actually on their website. It's just PAFF.org. PAFF.org. Simple. Can't beat that. And you can go there and watch movies currently. They got some stuff from this year's film festival streaming. And then I just found out that movie Lucky Specials was also given an award at the Toronto Film Festival. So they've been screening that at all types of film festivals, not just Pan-African one, right? But we got a lot of stuff out here. And it's time for the people who are Pan-Africans, not only for us to just talk about what we're doing, but also help to spread awareness of what other people are doing, like their accomplishments and the things they're working on, healthy stuff, films, music, art, all that. Because at the Pan African Film Festival, they also got a whole there's dudes in the mall, Dynast, where you went, selling all kinds of art. I remember buying a couple of pieces of art.
Exactly.
I bought a couple of reprints of some art that a brother made, and he was right there. He sold it to me himself. Hey, I made this. These are reprints. I bought it. I have 2 of them framed. When I was we were at the house. I had them up on the wall. So it's just we're out here. We're doing it. Everyone talking about, why we ain't got this shit. We got it. But do you want it? That's the big question. But
hey guys, links in the chat room if you want to call in and add to the let's see, 355 black center schools across the states. Okay.
But at the end of the day, 355 black center schools. And we do put a lot of focus on the education and all that stuff. But there's more to life than just school. You know what I'm saying? It's more to life than just we gotta learn the history. There's a lot more to life than those things. And we neglect the other stuff because we try to stick to the buzzwords, the things that we feel are going to get people to say, yeah, right on. But there's more to us than just, let's constantly focus on history. Let's constantly focus on the youth. There's people who are 30 who are black. There are people who are 40. Somebody got to serve them too, that demographic. And I think that's, really where we're going to find a metric that we all could kind of come together on. But yeah, bro, I can't find a place to buy that movie nowhere.
Is it on Quelly? Do they put those kind of films on Quelly?
I have no idea. Guys, where do we go if we want to buy a movie or find a movie and that's not super well known and we're trying to purchase it or something?
I don't know, because there's a documentary on Selassie, his I guess it'll be his granddaughters, and pretty much how they were affected after the coup, after he was assassinated. And I've been trying to find it for the longest. They've been playing it at different festivals, but again, a lot of these movies, I guess they play them at the festival so they can try to get distribution. So that's why
Right.
you can't really watch it as far as from the public.
I mean, I'm at the point where I'm damn near ready to email the director of the movie, the
You
creator
know, it's
of the movie.
crazy. I did that once. There was this documentary on what was it? MK Ebola, I think his name was. He was elected president of Nigeria back in the 90s, but then was assassinated. And then they did a documentary on him, but really focusing on his daughter, who went into exile to the UK, but she ended up coming back. And so I emailed the director. I was like, "Hey, love to watch it. You know, I'll pay for it." And they just sent me a link, and I'll watch it for free.
Damn. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, they got they got that stuff up, I'm sure. But well, okay, so they have a Black Film Festival in Toronto, Canada. And I think that's coming up in 2023. Oh no, they already had it. So they had that the same week that they had the Pan African Film Festival. But Pan African Film Festival was 2 weeks, not one. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do that because I would love to have that movie. It's definitely worth watching, definitely worth rewatching. Like I said, it has the same feel as one of those like Temptations movies or the Five Heartbeats, just like that, like that. But it also has a very powerful message about something that the world is facing.
I'm sorry.
Guys, links in the chat room. If you want to call and add to the conversation, link is in the chat room. We'll be on for like another 30 minutes. If you want to add to the conversation, please call in and add to the conversation.
Okay.
So where do most people here watch most of their Nigerian or African films? I tend to end up waiting until things come on Netflix. Sometimes I watch it on YouTube or Quelly. What are some other places that you can watch those type of films?
YouTube.
Yeah, I watch YouTube. YouTube here too. So, all right. Well, I guess I'm going to the right places then.
I've never really watched them, man, because they're not really advertised. So I'll be honest with you, I'm ignorant when it comes to it. Yeah, I'm hearing this on Netflix. I guess because of the movies, I barely watch Netflix, but because they only recommend stuff in America, they got the African stuff hidden. But is there like have y'all ever seen a Netflix show called RRR? It's a movie. It's made by some Indians.
No.
No.
Well, I'm saying that because the reason why I brought that up because that is supposedly supposed to be really popular and it's made by Indians, and that's kind of how that sort of put Bollywood on the map. And I'm just like, I don't know if there's like an African equivalent show where it's so good. People are like, well, hey, have you seen this? Or just like how the Koreans got the Squid Games. You know what I'm saying? Is there like an African equivalent that's good?
There was a really good show on Netflix called Far From Home. That was really good. It was a Nigerian film. It was about a young man who went to who kind of swindled his way into a private school and, using, street level stuff. It was an interesting film. Interesting movie. Series. There are plenty of stuff on Netflix, and once you start watching them, they'll keep recommending them to you because the algorithm kind of works and it kind of recommends different Nigerian things to you. So I've watched a lot of Nigerian and South African films on Netflix. The South African films tend to have more of the LGBTQ things in it. To be honest, the South African films tend to be a lot like the American films, but the Nigerian films are definitely different.
That's just crazy how the Western mindset just plagues these countries. It's just ridiculous, man. Especially it's crazy that they even be in Africa, but there is a lot of Western influence in South Africa. Am I correct? Like I'm not, I'm kind of ignorant, but is there like a significant white population there? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I've also seen like feminist debates in South Africa. So
Yeah, South Africa is like baby America.
Oh, it is. God.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're watching their films, if they don't occasionally break into Tulsa, you probably wouldn't even know that it was a South African film at all.
Wow.
Yeah, Johannesburg to me feel just like LA. Just a few more places where there's dirt roads. I was on the freeway. I was like, this shit look just like LA. But yeah, they even got the little bullshit little white-owned coffee shops and bakeries. So funny.
Yeah, I watched a series out of South Africa called Savage Beauty. It was on Netflix, and they had something where the man's daughter was sleeping with her father's second wife, and it was all over the place. It was all over the place.
Oh man,
sounds like my kind of movie. No, I'm just kidding.
Yo, now I remember y'all said Nigeria and correct me if I'm wrong, but Uganda's kind of holding strong. But do they have any foreign ties to the West at all? Like, economically or in the IMF or anything like that, or are they just completely independent of the West, where they can kind of buck their eyes and say we ain't gonna do it?
Right. Well, I know I can speak the situation Dinus brought up about President Museveni. He's not somebody who has any ties to anybody. He kind of does what he wants to do. So everyone knows that he's not going to do the LGBTQ thing. Matter of fact, I think he takes it a bit too far in terms of being very blatant with that kind of stuff. So that stuff's not going to happen there. I know the Kenyans, their presidents are not prioritizing it, and I know that Christian Amanpour was kind of talking down to them because they weren't prioritizing this certain agenda. So I think a lot of Africans are holding strong on those issues.
All right, well, shoot, man, we'll go ahead and close out. Alan, anything else you'd like to share in closing?
No, that's it. Good.
All right, what about you, T?
Nah, man, I'm good. That's
let me bring Miriam on real quick. Go ahead, Miriam.
Okay, greetings to everyone on the panel. I just have a quick question. I mean, do the people have any power? Like, can we influence what they put on BET? Like, it seems like BET could be a resource, and we're just casting it aside way ahead of time before it's even bad. You know what I mean?
Well, we can if we stop consuming it, but I'm just curious. I don't even know who even watches BET still, but obviously there's a black audience that does.
I don't watch it.
I just don't know the demographic or like. Do you know?
Oh, I know who watches it. I know who watches it.
Yeah, I stopped watching BET, but it's still around. So obviously somebody's watching it, but I don't know a show or anything on BET that's popular right now. Like I don't know.
I work in a high school. The kids still watch BET. They watch those hip hop awards. They watch those hip hop awards. They know everything that's on there. Their parents watch it. Their parents tend to watch the streaming service more than the network, and the kids tend to watch the network. So and it's usually like mothers and women who end up watching a lot of that stuff. And so that's the reason why everything on BT Plus is put on by Tyler Perry, and it's kind of trying to be almost like a Scandal, kind of. That's how I would describe a lot of shows. They're like a variation of Scandal.
It's crazy. And one thing I would say, Miriam, is it's really on black people, because black people we don't really push back on negative imagery. We allow it, we make excuses for it, and we celebrate it. So, BET ain't gonna go nowhere as long as the black population keeps consuming it. It's just and to be honest, I don't even like saying black culture, because what I hate is I feel like our culture is being engineered by white liberals, and they're just hiring a bunch of black people to just repeat whatever agenda they want. And it's now with our movies where we got to talk about black trans issues, black LGBT issues, black feminist issues, just things that not centered around family, things that are centered around dividing us. Things only affect like 1% of the Black population, but they're like overrepresented in everything. Like I saw like, I haven't seen P-Valley, but I know there's a very strong alphabet scene. And what's amazing to me is the guy who participated in the very graphic alphabet scene is married to a woman. And it's just like, first of all, it's like, does a woman have a problem with it? And secondly, like, how are you comfortable doing that? And it's like, do Black men, especially Black actors, ever say no? Like, when they're being told to go in a damn dress, do they say no? Like,
they do say no.
Huh?
They do say no, and then when they do say no, I think Omari, what's his name? Oh boy. Anyway, there was a famous actor. He came out and said that he said he wasn't wearing a dress, and he watched himself get blackballed in Hollywood.
And that's crazy. But so it's a few of them, but it's not a lot. I feel like if the majority of us, and it's not just a dress, it's just other nonsense. Like what's that guy's name who played on Creed? He was fighting Michael B. Jordan, who posed on the Ebony magazine. With
Jonathan, what I think?
And
Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, Jonathan Majors with his lips pulled out. Just think about what they are doing to Black men. So they take a Black woman's male fantasy, right? Because, a lot of Black women think, Jonathan Majors is good looking or whatever. And then what they do is so they're going to go to a Black magazine, and this is what I mean about Black people participating, because Ebony, if I'm not mistaken, is owned by Black women. Why would they even allow a Black man who Black women love cross his legs with his lips poking out and his shirt off, looking really feminine? Why would they even allow that? That's the problem I have. We just participate in this BS.
Now,
because the Black people. Go ahead.
Wouldn't having BET? I don't know. I'm just asking. Be a chance for us to have marketing area, that we can reach more people, because the way the white media does it is they send their messages through commercials and through shows. And if BET was, I don't know, Black owned, I don't know, I can imagine we can make a commercial and then and give messages through the commercial while trying to sell the product, and it'll reach more people, I think.
It depends on the mindset of the owners. Like I said, just think about Tyler Perry. If Tyler Perry owns it, is he going to magically turn it around into some positive Black media? Granted, yeah, you can have Black violence. I mean, you're going to have action, adventure, sex, all that stuff, entertaining. But if it's all going one way, Tyler Perry, I don't think he has that mindset to have some type of balance or to make positive Black imagery. Just look at his work. Same thing with Byron Allen and the Griot. If you look at the Griot, you might as well be reading CNN, because it's the exact same thing. So it doesn't. We have to be careful. It doesn't matter if a Black person buys something. If their mindset is still whatever the white liberal, especially media corporate structure is, you might as well just put a white person in that position. And the thing is, we as Black people, we got to stop being so vocally happy when a Black person buys something like that, because it gives Black people this mentality. Well, as long as I'm Black and I do something, people are going to support you. No, hell no. We want to know your actions. We want to know your agenda. We want to look at your resume, and then we support you. Because if you buy it and it's some BS, we need to boycott it and let it fall to the ground. That's the only way things will change.
I think that I could be wrong, but I think there might be better chance with Tyler Perry, because I don't really know him, but I think he's Christian.
Yeah, they're
all Christian. All of them are Christian. They're all Christian.
Tyler Perry's not a Christian. I think,
but they all identify as Christians. They all claim to be Christian. Now that doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't. Like, y'all seen these movies, right? Where it be some Christian woman being abused by some Black man. It's always like a good, what women would say, a handsome looking Black man abusing the hell out of her, and she, believing in God. No, Tyler Perry ain't gonna do nothing but put some BS out.
He's already putting the BS out on BET Plus. So if you want to see what he's going to do, watch BET Plus. and you get a very good idea of what he's going to do.
Exactly. And what I'm trying to say, Miriam, is we have to be careful of just like elevating him, because if too many black people are like, yay, Tyler Perry, he's going to think that he's got our support and whatever he's doing is fine. No, we got to say, yo, man, we're tired of these movies where you having these just violent looking black men either beating, cheating, tricking black women. Like, barely any of his movies I think I've seen where there's a functional black couple. You know, it's always some dysfunction nonsense BS. So yeah, we have to check them. Granted, you can have some of that as in entertainment, but it can't be the majority.
So it's not a good avenue for commercials, you don't think, for black-owned businesses to. I mean, I think if the commercial is cute enough or interesting enough, they can put a good positive message in there, but I don't know where, we need avenues. Because marketing is like psychology. It's like mass psychology. Sorry. Okay, I'll let you go.
No. Finish.
I was just going to say, I feel that we're at the point right now that we know everyone needs help, therapy. Not all of us can afford it. At the same time, we're at the point where people are trying to start off businesses. They don't understand why people are not coming to their business, not supporting them. I think the answer to both things is marketing, and as many avenues as we can get to market. I don't know. I think it's good if we make the commercial good enough.
I mean, it would be interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I would be a little bit happy if they did buy BET and it was 100% black owned, and they did the marketing that you would say. But then at that point, black people would need to do the work. Meaning, like I said before, if Tyler Perry is marketing nothing but booty, and dysfunctional relationships and men dressing up as women. I mean, is that really giving black people a good image? I mean, if you look at the world, they're like, okay, this is a media that black people own, but look at the stuff that they promote. It's nothing but nonsense. I mean, is that healthy for our kids? No. So, I mean, it would be good if they buy it, but then, like I said, we would have to put the heat on them as far as what we expect coming out of it. And you could have that nonsense in it. That's fine. That's entertaining. But like I said before, it shouldn't be the majority.
Agreed.
But we love the foolishness. A lot of our dollars are going towards supporting Tubi, and we support a lot of Tubi movies. And if you watch the kind of material that's on Tubi, everybody has a gun, everybody's in the game, everybody's selling drugs. We have to deal with the problem with us that we are attracted to that type of entertainment. And the last thing I'm going to say is I don't understand why BET wouldn't be putting on more Nollywood films or South African films, things like that for our people to watch. Kind of expand the repertoire a bit. But what can I expect?
Well, the answer I think is if African movies don't have the nonsense that we have here in America, especially BET being white owned. And to me, like, I see this all in a political spectrum. I see the reason why this is happening so black people could be dysfunctional. So I can see why they won't work with Nollywood, because they don't want too many positive images of black people. Black men and women working together, or being bosses coming together. So I believe that's a major reason why they won't work with Nollywood. Now, if Nollywood was promoting a lot of booty shaking, a lot of sex, a lot of drugs and hood stuff, possibly. But I think it's the greater imagery. They love black people's dysfunction, because then they can keep us separated. They know we'll never economically compete, and they can pass all these ridiculous policies, and we see them as saviors, and we just do nothing but watch. So no, yeah, I don't think I can ever see that happening unless black people in America, have some standards. That's the only way something like that can happen.
Then it won't happen, unfortunately.
Okay, I have something. This might be a little offensive. Don't be angry at me. But now I know Tariq has a streaming. Is that an opportunity for commercials?
You mean Tariq Nasheed?
Yeah.
Well, the one thing I can say, and I know I criticize him a lot, but the thing about Tariq Nasheed when it comes to his film, he doesn't really put out anything that's bad towards Black people. It is, in a way, educates Black people. So I have to give him credit on that. I mean, it's not like, debauchery nonsense. Like, you can watch it and you can learn, about, white supremacy, or so to speak. I mean, it would be cool, for Tariq Nasheed to go deeper in this area. But the thing about it is, Black people, man, I feel like my thing is the constant focus on white supremacy stops us from building businesses. It stops us from coming together with our family structure. It stops us from looking within, and we're always looking outward. And therefore, we're still having the same damn issues over and over and over. And no one is getting to the root of it because everything is white people's fault. So that's the only problem I have. And yeah, I just think Tariq Nasheed has the means, but he's just, and another thing, he's just too confrontational, man. So let's say if Nollywood or BET starts working with Nollywood, right? He just gonna call them some immigrant tether network. They're gonna call it immigrant tether network, even though it's positive. It's gonna be an immigrant tether network. You know what I'm saying? So,
What people need to understand about Tariq is, if it's not about him, if it's not centered about him and his cult of personality, he doesn't want any part of it. He will destroy it before he allows anybody else to shine off of something that he created. He has to be the center of everything. His followers and acolytes demand that everything has to do with him, and so that's his game, and that's the kind of people he has following him. So there's no chance of him working with anybody else to do anything.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It just doesn't shine a good light. Like I said, I'm FBA, but it doesn't shine a good light on us because we're so confrontational for things that don't even matter.
Exactly.
It's just like, this
things
is
that
such
don't
a
even
small
matter.
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just like the thing is, it's like you look at the guy's Twitter and it's all centered around immigrants. I'm like, bro, like, are Black people really in real life bumping heads with African immigrants? Now, I'm gonna say mostly I don't see too many FBA and Africans hanging out, and that's cool. But it's like, are they the ones with the policy legislation that's hurting quote unquote FBA? No. So it's just like, why is there a focus on it? And I honestly believe it is because when Africans come over, they do have money, they do have structure, they don't whine and complain about white supremacy all day. They focus on making money and building businesses. And that kind of goes against his game plan. Tariq Nasheed needs victims to make money, so these silly Negroes think there's a boogeyman and he can make money off them. That's the problem. And I think that's why he's so jealous towards Africans.
Let's pass it to Wizard Never Sleep to close out. Go ahead, Wizard Never Sleep.
Hey, nephew, and everybody else.
Oh, man, we good. We're doing good.
I've been listening to it, and I want to ask everybody on the panel, do you remember when BET actually started?
So I started watching BET, and I remember vividly watching BET back in 88, but I know it's older than that.
Yes. When BET started, they only had 6 hours on Sunday when they first aired. They would come in at 6 in the morning and stop at 12 noon after Bobby Jones Gospel go off at 11 or 12.
Whatever happened to Bobby Jones Gospel, you guys, was and Bobby, they didn't get rid of Bobby Jones. Did they get rid of Bobby? Did Bobby Jones pass away?
No, he finally retired from it. He did about 3 or 4 more years. I think he went about 30 years.
Man, my father used to watch that religiously on Sunday.
Yeah. It was the longest running show on television, even gospel itself. So he went a little bit longer, and he just decided to back away from it because he said that the new artists coming in was just too far out there in gospel for him. So he might do guest appearances, but he didn't want to run the show the way the new artist was. Now, going back to that, if you don't own the airways, the purchasing of it doesn't matter because you still got to cater to those who allow you to put stuff out. So you can buy all the networks you want, and it may be great, but what is the reason behind the purchase? What is you salvaging it for? We know that these people have more investors behind them. They're the face of a lot of it. Most of the time, Tyler Perry's movies, he's never come out of pocket. He's had some of the same investors that he fed different things to, and they'll get behind what they say because he makes them money off of the culture. And so Byron Allen the same way. They will only come to the black face of America when they want to say it's a black deal. The problem is, just like I have a sister who will only watch Madea movies, no matter what else he puts out. Like I guess Alan was saying, there might be something you like and you don't like Madea. But there are some people, they only will watch. If you only watch dysfunction, people are going to sell you dysfunction. They're going to write dysfunction. So the responsibility, as one was asking about the people, where do you play a role, is you are the consumer of the dysfunction. So hip hop changed because you become consumer of the murder, death, kill, the whole bitch, and all this stuff. You're the flashing of the money and all these things. You become a consumer when they change from the Cosbys to all the crazy stuff, the P-Valleys and things like that that's going on. There's a lady almost 70 years old that's a business associate of mine. She loves ratchet stuff, but she says she's a woke person, and she listens to Billy Carson. She listens to all this other stuff, the higher self spiritual, but you can't tell her the bad side of Tariq either. And she was once married to an African person, but now she's with him to put him down. So what is happening is they can go buy whatever they want, but if you don't watch it, there's nothing to salvage. It's just a write-off for whoever the backing is. But one of the issues that is a main issue for we as a collective people, not certain individuals, the collective body, is that we don't want to have ownership in the decision we make on what we support, what we consume, what we decide is going to be on the air. When they do the Nielsen's survey, it's asking you what you want and don't want, and most black people don't ever do those surveys, so they put out there what's the main ones consuming. So until you take ownership of it as a consumer, they're going to keep giving you what those 90% that always vote blue no matter who, they get those same thing, booty to the pole, shake your rump, no vote, no V, whatever those things are. It's entertainment. It keeps you contained as a collective people. And unfortunately, those that are still working and have a different mindset have to also be part of that, the laws and all the things that they're doing that is not for the black people, but yes, against them, because it's the majority of them keeps them in power to do so. So if they say to Perry and Allen that, wait a minute, this is not bringing us revenue. Remember when we bought it, we had to take off the news because it was too much direct information they was getting. That's the first thing they stripped away when they bought the thing from Johnson. But they didn't buy it until Bob Johnson started switching up what people were viewing, which was still a negative cultural view. That's why they bought it. It was enough revenue coming in that way. So when people are now shifting to the internet and different things like that, they're saying, okay, now they're not watching the TV so much. Well, like was stated earlier, okay, they do have one streaming, but it's all not that way. And what people also forgot is that when Tyler Perry went to OWN, which was Oprah's network, he started writing all those shows that got her a network back up and popular and going on, because she was still doing most of interview style, spiritual stuff, talking and things like that. But he brought in the shows to click her network up higher. So he can go to BET, he did the same thing, but if he owned it, what will he really do? So it's the intention behind the purchase. It's not so much you go salvage it, because you can salvage it, but it may not be for the black community itself. So it started out, like I say, they gave them so much. It was mostly positive stuff on BET in the early days. It was basically good television with news of black communities and information. But then when they start changing it, they got more airplay. They got more airplay. They got more airplay till they had a whole 24/7 thing. And now they switched up so much they're competing, just like anything else. You got to compete with the digital age. Now, why don't they get involved with Nollywood? Because that's not the right image to show full Black people of some of their culture, some of the how to deal like we used to do on the Cosby's age. They're not ready for that because it would challenge the mentality, or hopefully it'll resonate till the shift will come. So that's why you don't see them going to Nollywood or trying to promote movies like that they make, because it's just too much different from destruction that they're consuming.
Yeah,
Yes,
good
sir.
points. Good points. All good points. That's all I gotta say about that. Excellent points. I wasn't around for when BET was putting on good stuff. I came around pretty much the same era as Dynast. So, I was seeing nothing but music
No, I'm saying
videos.
BT used to have some good, I would say back when I was growing up in the 80s and the 90s, BT had some decent stuff. I mean,
That's correct.
A couple things.
You had Teen Summit, you had, I used to love BT News.
Yes.
You had Bobby Jones Gospel was cool, even though I wasn't a Christian. Well, I claim to be a Christian, but I wasn't into, I never went to church. I just never went to church. But all that was everything was cool.
They also had the documentaries. They also had some good movies, shows as they progressed. But when they wanted to shift to let's milk the Black community, let's make the shift because I need to sell it, and they don't want to sell. They won't buy things that are positive for our people. They will only buy it when we have enough dysfunction going on, and they will buy that because I can make my money and move on. We will still have somebody at the helm, the lady that was at the helm said we're going to follow in the footsteps. Well, all that means was even the award shows became ratchet. That wasn't that way in the beginning. The Soul Train Music Awards, the Ebony Awards, all those things that they had were very, 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 very well done. But they had to switch all that up to resemble what they want is the dysfunction.
Absolutely. But hey, everyone, we're going to go ahead and close out. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror, search for Uhuru. Peace.